to 0. And I mean, team composition, like you see, I'm, I'm pretty much out of currency, but I got enough to grind. So now I'm probably gonna do that afterward. But that's why I'm on top though. But I pretty much lost. I ain't gonna hold you. I lost to. Not only did I lose the 50-50 on new character, I lost 50-50 on light corners with them. So I came in there cocky, relying on my luck. The reason why I relied on my luck because every character that I went for, I've got. So I think it was a year ago. I think I posted a video. I posted a photo about this, but so I think who was out when I last made a video? I think Bernice was out. They had Bernice that came out. People didn't like Lighter, but I got him because he was the first dude character, and he's one of my favorite characters to play with. It's kind of, but yeah, as you'll see, it's kind of a reason for that. That he kind of performs better than a lot of the other characters I use. I did get Miyabi though, because I pretty much got the characters I wanted to get. I wanted Miyabi. Recently, I wanted Vivian. I wanted Trigger, and I wanted Astra. I think there's six 5 stars, 6 S ranks that I don't have, and there's only one of them that I really wanted. And I don't have that new Panda dude either. I ain't pulled him. So yeah, I still don't have Soldier left. Like they gave me a chance to get a free Soldier 11, but I'm just like, well, I'd rather have a dupe for another character. I mean, I'm pretty sure like I pull a Soldier 11 eventually. It's what it is, Soldier 11 fans. So I think I already said this before. I didn't want Caesar. Zuyan, I was on the fence about, but the way I played with her on friends accounts, I don't think I would have wanted her. I wanted Yanagi, but I couldn't really justify going for it because I already knew it was coming, and yeah, I just couldn't justify it when I already knew it was coming. Um, yeah, I got an alternate account that I had started. It's actually one linked to my Star Rail account that I play. I pull Ellen on. The only reason I got this account is because PS5 want to be tripping, so got it. So my Star Rail, that's why I haven't made anything else about that. Hugo, I wanted, but yeah, sometimes you just can't get what you want. I wanted him, but I didn't put any effort to try to pull for him. I don't think I made a single pull for him. I I already told you about her. I didn't want Evelyn, and see, sure she's pretty cool, but even when I played with her, when I did like sometimes the story mode you play with them, you just like, all right, get a glimpse of what they can do. It's just like nah. It like this game depends. To me, it depends more on how you like to play certain type of games. Like as you can see, all the characters that I got, most of the characters I got have like ways to either dodge or get benefits when they dodge, or they have ways to move out the way a little bit faster than others. I think Zuyan would have been real good for me because she's real mobile. She would have been real good for me. Like her and Ella and stuff like that. I I never played with the Ambi because I wasn't around when she came out, so I was out doing other stuff around that time, so I ain't even pull for her. I think around that time that's when I pulled for Trigger. But like I said, whole year on this account free to play. The only issue is yeah, like my Miyagi took hits. I got up here drinking one night, kind of messed up the whole stat line. But the only thing that I've kept consistent while I've been free to play is the characters I really want. I've always went and got their weapons. So see Miyagi, she got her weapon. I don't have Lighter's weapon because it was just kind of a spur moment thing to get. Bernice, of course, I got her weapon. Always gonna have her weapon. Oh, she doesn't even have. That's why she was performing so bad. Because I was playing on Shea defense earlier, and I was just like, yo, Shea is getting cooked out here. She didn't even have a weapon. I mean, I still asked it, but damn, I didn't even know that. Oh yeah. Well, I got two of them. I didn't even use the free on weapon thing. Oh, I got two. I didn't know I had two of Lycon's weapons, but yeah, I don't really have nothing for Chingy. I had pulled in that dupe. It's just when her rerun came out, I think I had got triggered, so I couldn't justify going for her dupe, knowing what was coming. Especially, what I'm saying, we're running free to play out here, so Jane. Of course, I got her weapon. I need to upgrade her gear because a lot of these characters I show in a second, they, I mean, it's more so that I'm just winning. I'm just asking all this stuff out there, like deadly and soul and stuff like that out of skill more than what's going on my stat lines. Like I think in Zenless, I've had worse rolls than anybody I've ever seen in Zenless when it came to like gear. Like like in some cases, like for characters like just like who I'm about to go to. I got Astra and her like it took me much just to get somewhat of a decent piece of gear because for some reason in this game, every single character, I mean, I'm not every single character, but it seems like in this game they got a lot of predetermined stat rolls. Like I mostly cleared my gear out before I made started recording, but I I have like I have like 17, 18 pieces of gear, and this is different types of gear with the exact same stat lines, like number for number. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't more most games I play, gotcha games don't. It doesn't feel like that. Maybe it is on a lot of them. It just, but for Zenless in particular, like I don't even know. I might be able to show some examples. Like there are some of these roles that's just the exact same stat, and I haven't seen that in any game I played before. So there's that. I didn't get Vivian's Lycon. What's that Grace's Lycon? Yeah, you see at that point I started getting a bit lazy. I started getting a bit lazy because I was getting annoyed that it would take me like 2,000 stamina to find one slot of decent gear. And it was a little bit easier when the game first started because it was less stages, so you you might not get the piece of gear that you want right here, or you might not get one of the three pieces of gear that you want right here. But at least for like another character, oh, this is good for them. So it kind of worked itself out. So now with more stages, it's I mean, it is what it is. Like Trigger, I didn't get her light cone. Honestly, none of these other characters I got a light cone. I think I have Kaleda's light cone. It's just on lighter. Yeah. So, and I still keep like before. I had every stun character in the game. I don't even think you can. You can't even. I don't know. They changed all this stuff around. Oh yeah. Before I had every stun character in the game. Still, I have every stun character in the game. So, and I'm not even a. I'm not. I don't even really play the stun like that. It's just really because they haven't came out with too many stun characters. And the two characters they came out with, the two characters I like, and lighter and trigger stuff. Oh, it changed my alignment too. But yeah, so I only don't have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, eight characters. Eight characters I don't have. But it'd be seven soon because I'm gonna get her, so it doesn't matter. And the panda dude doesn't matter. He's gonna be one of the friends you make along the way, I guess. So I guess I go into that room like, and if you see it, you would know what I'm talking about because like other than blitzing through the story and kind of min maxing the level for the story, using stamina for other things, almost all my stamina is going into grinding every single one of these characters. It's just that at some point I started getting annoyed. You know what it is. You get annoyed and you be like, man, all right, this piece of gear ain't really all that. I can feed it into this. Go ahead and save me some time since I ain't got the stamina. You know how it goes. So, so yeah, I haven't even fully leveled none of this stuff up, man. Like because it all goes to gear rolls. Even now, I think I have like 17 batteries. They're all going to gear rolls. Like Miyabi needs to get her crit rate, crit damage, and attack up, and defense up because it's awful. The rest of it I don't really care, but well, now my mastery can go up a little, but I mean a lot of proficiency can go up a little bit if I had space for it, but trash. No, master is the master. I mean, yeah, mastery and attack like those, like it's just it's bad, but it's it's kind of easy when you have characters that have mechanics where they can either get a good and she was putting in work, which is crazy because her numbers look awful, especially because she doesn't have a weapon. So it's what it is. My Jane's also kind of bad, like 2300 attack. Like I don't know what I was doing, man. Like because I had better roles for these characters, but I don't know what I was doing, man. Like and some of the slots, like some of Jane's stuff went to other characters. Like when I was trying to try out Nekomata, and I probably just forgot I got the gear on her or something like that. Because the game's not hard, especially when you have, like I said, you have characters that can dodge, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, or just straight up not get hit, like, or you have characters that can do stuff after dodge that's useful for you to switch out. Every character can do it. So, like, that's why I said, what's the point of me going for Yanagi if I know the only way I can really get that quick dodge off is ugly. It's ugly. I like it, but it's ugly. Like all these characters that I have are characters that I feel like can get stuff done when I need them to do it. Damn, light ain't even shown. Right here. They just threw lighter behind. They threw lighter behind the own. I like lighter though. Lighter's probably my favorite character to use on the game. Well, the Vivian Astra on Miyabi combo, Miyabi team is still kind of busted, and then Bernice with anybody that can just put a whole bunch of shit on the field is pretty busted too. But Lighter's probably my favorite character to use. Like I should have went for his weapon. I was thinking about it, but he was one of those characters. Like you know how it is. The game sometimes you're gonna get bogged down to that. You're gonna get bogged down to going to that 20 mark before you get S rank. But in terms of 50-50s, that's probably the only thing I've had luck in. Let's see. So I think Bernice, I didn't. Yeah, Bernice, someone. No, I didn't win the 50-50 on. Yeah, I did. I know Chingy, I pulled her, and I pulled her again like the next team pull, which I wasn't trying to do. I was trying to pull for a weapon, but I accidentally pulled for her, and I got another copy of her. So Miyabi, her, and her weapon, won 50-50 to both of them. I think I lost the 50-50 on Bernice's weapon. I'm not sure. No, I lost on Jane's weapon. I won on Bernice, and then I won on Astra and her weapon. Won the 50-50 on Vivian. Won the 50-50 on Trigger. Lighter as well. Like all these 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think let's see the weapon is 5. Weapon for her is 6, and then 7, 8, including her weapon. Those are all the 50-50s I've won out of that. So when you're looking at that, what's that? 3, 6, 8, and then you add like on that 16. So out of 16, I pretty much won half the 50-50s I I went for. Like I said, I think Jane I didn't lose. No, it's not. It's 9 because I have a dupe of Chin Yu. So so like the game gives a lot more than I think people expect because the only reason I mean I could have way more. I could probably have two more characters, but I kind of I kind of took some time where I wasn't really playing as hard as I used to play, and it wasn't nothing against the game at all. It's just just wasn't playing as hard as I used to play. So I mean I've been playing lately, but shit, I still ain't in 68. And like I said, I've been grinding most of the stamina. I still got to use this stamina, which is fine. This is pretty much what because I played. I think I played senior defense and I did like Hollow Zero and stuff like that, daily. So I did all of that. So this, I don't know what that flickering is all about, but yeah, like I'm gonna get into that too. No, I get into that right now. Whatever they done with this update, this game is buggy as shit right now. I don't know what's going on. Like I had a situation where earlier the little cat chick, I'm I'm walking. I think I was like by the little by the little trolley cars. I look by little trolley train cars. I'm walking by there, and Belle just starts running on top of her head. Like, like I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on, but it, it was situations where like for some reason I couldn't, I got stuck like in between. I got stuck in between one of the characters. Like, so I started trying to use wives. I was like, all right, let me just switch to wives. Maybe it'll just be a little better. And yeah, a lot of the same thing was happening. It's situated like I don't know what's going on. Like the game just starts glitching, and I don't know what's going on with that. But story, I mean, I like a good piece of the end of the story of New Era. Says I guess we're here. Well, this place don't look that big anyway, but since we're here, I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on in the story to a certain extent, but like this place here, I don't really care for it. The aesthetic is just, I mean, teach its own. Some people probably like it. For me, it's just, it's not my type. It's not my type of scene. But I like the more urban city that we got in New Era do. But diversity is always good, so it is what it is. My only issue is just there's some events that I like, but there's a lot of events that I wish rather would just be like just regular multiplayer gameplay we can't set off all times. Because I feel like that bring more people to the server to actually play. Like when they had those, that was when that was when Vivian was out. I think when they had those little multiplayer games and stuff like that. I don't know. They probably still have them there. Maybe I'm just not looking because I don't play any other. I don't go to the arcade thing. Mostly what I do in this game is just grind, and that even with that, it's just I don't know, like because I'm grinding specific things. I'm not necessarily just grinding a stage mission. I'm grinding specific things. Like I use gear rolls and stuff. I've been rolling gears, stuff like that. Like I definitely say it's harder in this game free to play to grind gear. But in terms of getting characters, even if I wouldn't have won those 50-50s, I would have just been a lot more safe with what I would have pulled. Because I would have pulled, let's see, I was gonna pull Jane anyway because that was the first S rank I went for. I wouldn't have pulled Chi, even though that's my favorite one, basically my favorite character to use the game, her and Lighter. But I wouldn't have used Chi. I wouldn't have summoned for Chi. I would have just I would just waited for Bernice like I did, I summoned for Chingy anyway, but I would have just waited for Bernice. And I still would have summoned for Miyabi. I would have skipped Lighter, still would have summoned for Astra, and I still would have summoned for Vivian. I might have summoned for Trigger if I wouldn't have summoned for Ambi. It would have depended on what it would have depended on what I what I was looking for. But so most of the characters, like all of these characters right here, I would have still all five of these characters right here, I would have still gone for. And that's six. I miscounted. No, that's five. No, that's six. Yeah, so all six of these characters I would have still went for regardless. It wouldn't have mattered. And that's just playing free to play. So then you got like two flex characters. Well, no, it's five because like I said, I wouldn't go for Chin. I wouldn't win for Chin. I, yeah, I wouldn't win for Chin if I it. Well, no, if I knew what I knew now, Chin would have already been on the team. So yeah, I would have still went for all these. Like if I would have lost, like I lost 50-50 on Jane, and I went for her anyway. Then went for a light cone. Like I said, I don't remember if I won the 50-50 on that night. And then I still went in and got Bernice and her light cone. I got her light cone like I think I did like one last summon character I ended up pulling. Same thing with Vivian. Like Vivian, I had a 10 pull left, but I think I had like three summons left. And she took it to the last summon to get. No, she took it to like the second last summon to get. Then lighter, he like I said, I got lighter real early. I think I got lighter on like the second 10 pull. Same thing with Trigger. Because no, Trigger took to the end too. She took to the last 10 pull too. And I know Miyabi's weapon didn't take that long, but Miyabi herself took forever. Same thing with Chingy. Chingy took forever too. I think Chingy came out before Jane. Yeah, she came out before Jane. Chingy was the first 5-star I pulled. I mean, the first S rank I pulled. And like I said, I accidentally got the dupe, so she's just ever gonna. She's the first character I pulled, and she's the first character that has a dupe. Because I skipped Zuyan and all that, and that one was cool, but like I should have got Chingy's weapon. Cause yeah, you see, I was dealing with a weapon crisis. I didn't, and then like I'm not a fan of Lycon's light cone for a lot of these characters, but it would probably be better in a lot of cases than Kaleda's light cone. So it just depends on what I'm trying to run out. But it doesn't matter. I guess I'll just put that up there just so I can stop looking at her with nothing. Well, her impact should be able to get. I can get her impact back up to the 200 stuff. But like I said, these stat rolls are terrible. I've just not had the time, and when I've had the time, it's just not looked great. Like Jane has more defense than Astra does, which is fine because Astra's not gonna ever get hit. If Astra's getting hit, then you might want to stop playing the game. I even gave her a little crit damage just to have it. And she's not gonna she's just there. And I probably could have got her attack up a little bit higher. But I think I could have got her attack to like 3,800, but I didn't. So it is what it is. And Vivian, like I said, a lot of these roles just didn't go the way I wanted to. But the game's still easy. Like the game's still easy, so you gon' you're always gonna be able to beat Shane defense and deadly so as long as you just know how to move the hell out of the way. Like it's not hard. So Trigger, I haven't spent time grinding her out. Like you can see, I just kind of started and I just gave her something. I like using her, but since I haven't brought out her potential yet, I haven't really had as much success as I wanted to with her. That's crazy. They put lighter right there. That's some nasty work. lighter can get a little bit better too. But like having every stun character in the game is still an accomplishment for me. So I'm gonna keep that trend going, and the next stun character I'm gonna go get because I still have every stun character in the game. I don't have every anomaly, do I? I think it's the one I don't have, right? Yeah, yeah, Yanni. I don't have any of the attack characters. I don't think attack characters in Zenless. I just don't like. To me, like I'm the old school Pokemon player. I care more about just inflicting you with poison and making it so you can't attack than just blitzing you. Because if I can just blitz you, then the game sucks. It is what it is. Like, but if I can go in like especially this little demon right here, like this little demon right here is my like well, she's getting up there for me too. My versions of playing Pokemon Red and Blue and using Toxic or playing playing Final Fantasy and stuff like that and going straight for debuffs. It's just stuff I like to do, even though they don't I'm not saying like debuff and stuff like that, but just throwing shit on the opponent. And then I like characters that stun like Shin Yi and my homeboy Lighter that they put all the way down here. But because those characters make because they make it so the opponent can't hit you. Like I don't to my knowledge, Lighter doesn't have auto dodge, but Shin Yi does. And it's pretty easy to pull off. Then you got Vivian that just straight up doesn't get hit. So I'm just saying, if you down to 80% with your if you down to 80% HP with your Vivian at the end of the battle, then it's a problem with you, not with her. Even if you're not using Astra. So, but I mean, the standard characters, I still use some of them. Like I still use Grace. I still use. Oh yeah, I forgot about Hardmaster. Oh shit, I forgot all about him. Wow. I mean, they just did him dirty. They just threw him at the bottom of the S rank lane. Like he's not even up here with everybody else. Like I forgot he was even here. I like Hardmaster. I use him, but so I guess he is the only attack 5 star I have. But I don't count it because they gave him away for free, and I didn't pull for his weapon because who's gonna pull for his weapon when you got Yanni? When you going, I mean, you going for Yanni? It just didn't make sense. But he's fun to use. It's just like I said, I'm not a fan of attack characters. That's why the only. Oh yeah, Nekomata's an attack character too. But that's why the only 5 star I don't have, I'm not worried about not having. That's why I didn't go for Ellen as well. Zuyan too. Like Ambi, Ambi would have been the first attack character I would have went for. But the rest of them, I'm not a fan. Like Ellen's good. It's just I don't really care about what she's doing like that. That's just what that is. I never like Caesar. I had a friend that's just like, yeah, man, I got that S and W got 4. I'm like, bro, you pulled 5 copies of her and her weapon. Yeah, like, all right, cool. And he just swears she's the greatest thing ever. And like, I played her with Bernice, and I just don't like it. It was just always funky to me. So I never summoned. I never summoned for her. I think she came out before Bernice, but I just didn't summon for her because I didn't see any use for what she could do. It's cool that you can pull enemies in, but as seen with the other characters that's coming out, I mean, it's a lot. That's going to get foul crept quickly, especially by a defense character. Like I'm going for her. I'm going for her mainly because I usually don't like going for like the first character of a certain type. That's why. That's another reason why I didn't go for Ellen, even though that was kind of. I mean, I could have went for Ellen. Ellen's good, but I didn't go for Ellen because like I never really try to go for the first character type. Same thing with Star Wars. I didn't get a Glyla, but I have both Casterus and I have what the hell is her name? Hyacinth. I have both of them, but like yeah, like I never go for the first character of the first character of the new archetype. It's just because they usually just end up being okay for a while, then it end up being trash. This, for anybody that plays the gotcha game, you already know this is an anniversary character. She about to be slapping for a minute, so it don't even matter. Like she's gonna be good for a while. I and it's crazy because the other S rank that they showed, look, Cat Girl, I kind of wanted to. I'm gonna have to summon for her, even though I don't summon for characters that look like little kids. Like yeah, it's just that's just my thing. I just don't. It's not like any weird shit. It's just I don't like hearing like little kitty kitty screams and shit and getting hit and shit. Like shit's just unsettling to me. So like, and I'm not a fan of the cat characters. It's nothing against them. Like I have a couple of them. Like yeah, I guess Bunny or something. I don't know. And she's a rat. But well, yeah, I don't have any cat characters. I don't use them. I don't know if that's a headband or what. I never paid attention. Well, yeah, it is. It is. I think whatever. I don't know. But like I said, a year in, like I'm a fan of the game. I like the game. Work him out, but other than that, well, what am I gonna do? Like, it's the same issue. It's the same issue I had with Star Rail. I don't have it as much anymore because they got different type of modes you can play. You can still play the old characters and like the swarm stuff and stuff like that. And it just feel like, and I don't know that I'm assuming they had more content than Star Rail at this point in time, but at the same time, it's just like it's not enough battles. I liked it. I liked it at the beginning. You got the Venus lady that's always giving you the other battle commissions. But at the same time, a lot of the events were revolved around stuff like that. I don't really care if they have more events or not. I just prefer more stages to grind. It's not it's not there's nothing wrong with putting in different kinds of in-game content, flooding different kinds of in-game content. Even if you like, there's nothing wrong with that for me. That's the same problem I had with Star Wars. You take it so long. It took so long for pure fiction. You took so long. You took so long for Apocalyptic Shadow. Like it, it's just it, you got to put that kind of content out. I feel like you got to put that kind of content out quicker than that. Like especially when I mean what we're looking at. Like let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18. Yeah, kind of hurt. I guess you could say 19. It might be 20. But you put out more than 15 characters in a year's time, and there's still like when it started off, you had the game was running, rolling. But when it comes to a point where the cutoff point, the cutoff point for content ends with lighter, where lighter can just blitz through damn near everything in the game. I mean, Hardmaster can do good enough. So I'm just not as good with him, but I'm good enough with him, and I can make him work. But yeah, content pretty much fades after. Like in terms of limited, I don't really need to bring. Well, I can bring put trigger in that conversation too, even though life is just good like that. But I don't need to bring any of them. Any of them. Just bring. Yeah, I could just sit back and try to align stuff and make two teams with those out of those two and blitz through blitz through most of the content. And I'm not saying that's no brag point or something. I'm saying it because like until I played Sheen defense and you got that new asshole that just jumps around on you, the frog dude. I don't know what's up with that man. Like I like that because now I can't mindlessly tap on you and know when to move out of the way. I don't not only do I not know your patterns, but I could be in the middle of trying to do a combo and you can just jump up and jam. It's over for that. Oh, Miyagi tried to do a slash there and he got it there. He butt in there. Like I like stuff like that. And it kind of had the game kind of playing kind of weird because like Vivian should have gotten Vivian. It's like three times I played that frog dude. Vivian should have gotten hit, but I guess that in the air thing. That's why I said it's weird. You say she's invulnerable when she's in the air, but she was in the air and got knocked back multiple times and took no damage, which is like I mean, feel like if you're vulnerable, I mean, you might as well just put. I don't know how you implement that game, but it's just kind of weird. So what happens to characters that start jumping towards you when she's in the game and she can just be up there? Because like I said, to my knowledge, every time I'm in the air, she doesn't take any damage. I think that's her skill. I might be wrong. That is what it is, but I like Vivian though. It is what it is. But it's just like I said, the cutoff point for talent when it comes to S ranks, I just bring out like we already know Astra's the cheat code and Astra, Bernice, and Lighter is just whoo boy. That's a team. That's a fun team right there. That's the most fun I have in the game. Like the best team for me is Vivi. Is obviously Vivi and Astra and Miyagi. Like they just decimate through everything. I use these three together too, like Jane, Bernice, and Chin. Or I go Jane, Bernice, and Lighter, which is a lot more fun than you expect. But those are my favorite teams. I use Trigger, but I really haven't found a place where I like Trigger, and that's just more on me because I haven't really tested out and I don't have her built up like I want to. So, because yeah, I think I need to build her. Yeah, yeah. I don't have any of her nose up like that. I need to get her on. Oh yeah, yeah. I need to grind that up. So yeah, so I haven't played with Trigger like that. So like she's fun to use for what I've seen and what I've done, but I haven't built her up. It's crazy too because I haven't built her up and her stat line is awful. But she puts in work with this shitty stat line, which is more reason why I have a problem with this game right now. But like it's not my favorite game to play anymore. It's like my second, third favorite game. You know, in the middle of Zenless coming out, that college football came out, hey, hey. So, but it's still one of my favorite games to play. My only issue, like I said, is if you're gonna take the TVs out, replace the TVs with more fighting. Cause I didn't care about TVs either way. I didn't care if you kept them in or not. If you incorporated it, that's fine. I don't care. I didn't have a problem with it at all. It was pretty cool to me. So like they it was fine. I'm just in favor of more combat content. I don't care if you're only giving me like 10 chromes to do it. It's fine. I'll take the 10 chromes in stride. I'll smile about the 10 chromes and I'll be happy. That's all that matters. So that's just how I feel about it. Like there's not enough content. Like my Bernice, she's terrible. There's not any hard content in the game that will push me to really like I grind for a lot of this stuff, but there's no content in the game for me to really make me want to sweat on it. Like in terms of like the little tuner thing, the automatic stat rolls, I haven't spent a single one of those. Because there's no reason to. There's no reason for me to be like, oh, let me waste this thing to hope I get a decent stat roll. And I just grind it out. Because the game's not hard. And I wish they would do something. I would like I just wish they would have harder content. Like I understand these type of games. Once you figure a boss out, you figure a boss out. I get that. But the only character I like, the last character I really had an issue like facing and had problems with was like early in the early game with like the ballet twins. That's it, and that's because I couldn't, I just kept forgetting their attack patterns, and it is what it is. But I was always struggling with them until I got better at the game, which I didn't. I didn't, I shouldn't have been struggling with them at all either. But that's how far back it's been since there's been any bosses and enemies that was posing a challenge. And it's just like you'll have some people like, oh well, just don't use the best character. And why the fuck would I summon for him then? Like, what you talking about? Like, they were like, what? Why the fuck am I gonna still use Miyabi if I summon for her? Her stat line's terrible too. Don't look at it; it might hurt your eyes. Um, but that's more so to the point. Look at these numbers. Look how bad these numbers are. And I'm telling you, I still S everything. I still well, don't look at Chin. Yeah, I messed around with her. I messed around with her weapon. She didn't have a weapon, so don't look at Chin. But hey, all I do is just get characters I like in their weapon. I got James' weapon. I got Astra's weapon. Bernice's weapon. Miyabi's weapon. And like I said, it's all free to play. I haven't spent a dime in Zenless because the same way I felt in January is the same way I feel now. The game doesn't feel at a point where I feel like I would have to because it's not hard. like and like I said, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing because I'm not in sunken cost fallacy because I haven't spent any cash on this game. And I still like to play it. It's just that I don't feel like there's no real content that's challenging. Like the frog was unusual, but I kind of once I figured him out, it didn't really matter anymore. It was just like, oh, that's what you do. All right. Like I like that enemy that does the little disappearing thing, and sometimes you can't see the indicator when it's about to swing, when it's about to swing the little sight. I like that character. I wish there were more characters like that character. Characters that, even though it's part of their reputation and you can kind of figure it out, sometimes they might go for the move, and they have a follow up, or they might do something slick that if you play it a couple times, but you're gonna get hit by it. Think of Shao Kahn with the taunt, and then he hits you with the hammer on the old Mortal Kombat. Think of something like that. So, like I said, and I there's not too many ways I can say the game could improve. Like I said, the story is fine. Like I like the end of New Era Do more than like I like I like Chingy and I liked her little side story. I like that story. That was another reason why I summoned. I was happy I summoned for the character. But like I like Miyabi's too. I did not like the Sons of Caledon. I thought that was the lamest shit I ever seen. Like I'm like, and then you didn't. It's like, but I'm not trying to spend time to harp on the game. Like I said, I mean, you win 50-50. You win the 50-50 on 9 character slash weapons that you pull. I mean, you're living pretty good. Like on on top of that, like I have alternate accounts where they have characters that I wouldn't have pulled on my main account, which I know you're supposed to do it opposite way, but the hell with that. If I want certain type of characters that can do the meme stuff, like I think stun is like the definition of just meme shit, like because all the stun characters have ways that you could just tap in and just always get their shit off every time. She is a little bit harder now to do, but these two just, I mean, they're always gonna get their shit off, and you know, Lycon's still out here in these streets. Kaleda, I mean, she's still fun to use, but I don't use her as much as less I'm using her and Lighter together because Lighter is low key the bridge to a lot of my teams. Like, but I rarely run full stun. That's why Kaleda never really gets used. Same thing with Grace. It's nothing against Grace, but I have almost every anomaly character in the game, like one, two, three, four. Like, there's no reason for me to reuse Grace. That's nothing against her. It's just the team with her, Jane, and Chen Yi is kind of outdated. I don't really need her with I don't really need her with Astra because any Astra team that's running anomaly before they was just using these two, but now it's using these two. So and that's the main reason I got Vivian because she can just put shit on the field. And then when she's off the field, she can do stuff. Which means you got two characters that's affecting the game while they're off the field. Meanwhile, Miyabi comes out through her little frostburn stuff that I rarely really get off because the enemy's dead by the time that this demon right here starts cooking. Like there's there's characters that I don't like using as much. Like I never liked using Jane. I I never liked using Jane. Like she can like I said, she can benefit from she like her dodge her benefit for her dodge means that you can set her stuff up a little bit quicker, even though every character kind of does that, but like everything with Jane just feels unsafe. Like it's like everything with Jane just feels like you're gonna get clapped immediately after you do it. And to the same extent that problem is with Chin, to the same kinda. Like you gotta really be locked in with Chin. You know what I'm saying? Like you really gotta be locked in with Chin. But Jane in particular, Bernice too, Bernice too, like Bernice, she can get clapped up too. Most of these other characters, like you're not gonna hit me if I'm playing with Miyabi. You're not gonna hit me when I'm playing with Vivian. She's a non-factor. Don't even ask about her. Like Trigger, you're not gonna hit me when I'm playing with Trigger. You're definitely not gonna hit me when I play with Lighter. Same thing with Lycon. Grace too. Yeah, yeah. He he's not unsafe. It's just I don't know how to play with the guy like that. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I bring him in on a switch in, and it's like every time I bring him, maybe I'm using him wrong, but I bring him in on a switch in, he's getting clapped immediately. Like, and he'll get his stuff off. Don't get me wrong, he'll get his stuff off, but he's getting clapped immediately. Like I'm talking like yeah, I think it's that boss that the boss that came out when when Jane came out. The boss that came out when Jane came out. The little boss that shocks himself. I done got clapped like that. The only time I've ever gotten clapped, like I didn't lose, but the only time I started ever getting clapped playing is when I played with this guy. And that's probably because of the type thing, but you know, at the same time, I use lighter against enemies that resist fire. It doesn't matter. Like elements don't matter. Only thing elements matter for is the anomaly characters because they do different shit. And I guess her too now because the rapture stuff. I guess. And she isn't she? Yeah, so yeah, she's Arc Link. I don't know what the hell that is, but playing with it, it feels like it's like I feel it feels like it's Anomaly 2.0. So I don't know what team I would use her on because, like I said, her type, like I don't, she doesn't give a type if she doesn't have like a type advantage thing. Like I mean, she doesn't have like a synergize thing. Like I guess Astra, but you don't really want to throw Astra out there with everybody. Like I already have this team, so I'll figure that out when I get her because she might be better than Bernice for that team. But Bernice kind of already got bogged down. She might. I don't think she's gonna be better than Miyabi in that case because Miyabi and Vivian is just like I have to see. But Miyabi and Vivian is just we're gonna put a bunch of shit on the field. We're gonna regenerate all our energy. Then we're gonna throw some more shit on the field. Like that's it. Like 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 Vivian for me was the most pulled, probably the most. No, Astra was the most pulled character for me this entire year. Like I knew when Astra came out, and if I'm correct, Astra came out after I got lighter, and I had just got whoever had came out before. It had to be lighter, and I was nowhere near getting Astra or her light cone because I mean or her weapon because I had spent on Bernice. No, I think she came out after Miyabi. Yeah, it had to be after me. All right, whatever. But I had already got the character. It even makes it worse because I had got Miyabi her light cone. Yeah, because that was the streak of back to back 50-50 because I won 50-50 on her light cone, on Miyabi her light cone, then Trigger, Lighter, Vivian. And these are the characters that I didn't win the 50-50 on. I think I won the 50-50 on Release's weapon. I still can't remember if I won the 50-50 on Jane. And then I won the 50-50 on Shin Yi's Duke that I didn't mean to pull. Like I'm going to regret that for the rest of the time I play this game because unless they do what Star Rail does and put the old characters up there, whenever they do that, like I'm always just gonna have that Shin Yi Duke just sitting there, and I don't even like what it does. I like what some of the higher ones do, but like I said, for some characters like this guy, and like I said, to an extent, Jane, because I guess because what Jane does just doesn't really matter anymore, and it takes too long for her to get set up like she would before. Like she really needs Bernice out there to really get it going for me. But Miyabi just doesn't give a damn. She's just gonna cook anyway. I feel like Vivian for me, she's relying on Astra. Like without Astra, it can get kind of rough for Vivian because Vivian just wants to pop in, do her little stuff, and just get back out of there. So I think I convinced myself probably not to go for this character because I probably want to get another. I probably want to go for the next support 5S rank character, which means I'm going to skip my first. I'm not going to get the first stun character. I'm gonna skip is going to be the next character too. Like I might just skip Xian. Yeah, I might skip her because I want the I want more support characters. And even if that ends up being a mistake, by the time it becomes a mistake for my account, I'll already have the new hotness that's going to be better than her anyway. Or I'm going to be close to getting that new hotness. So I might not get her. I'm going to see. Like, I think I'm in like the low 40s. Because at that point, yeah, once I hit 50, I do a single. So I might go for. Like, I can even do content if I want to, but I'm not doing that. Like it's on her and her weapon, which I didn't expect because I came in cocky. I'm like, yo, I don't want like 5, 6, 50-50s in a row, man. I don't want about what, about three, 4 weapon 50-50s in a row, man. I'm not worried. I came in talking big boy stuff, and the game sat me back down. I was like, yeah, go ahead, do that whole rotation. So that's why my numbers are looking low right there as free to play playing the game because you can't. I come in cocky. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna win 50-50. And I lose, I lose, and it goes all the way to the end. I think the weapon didn't. The weapon went to like the 20s, but that's still over 100 something pools. So then you see, I do two summers on this one. Still cocky. Like, man, maybe I get it within this right quick because I'm still cocky. I'm like, man, the game's gonna have to reimburse me for shafting me. The game said no, we don't. So same thing with her. I went for her, went all the way to the end instead of going to 20s and lost 50-50. I think it was the Rena. I think it was the Rena. Yeah, it was Rena. It was a Rena. No, it was a Grace dude. Grace dude. I think it was my second Grace dude. Where is it? I think it's my second Grace dude. Yeah, it was Grace. I had lost the 50-50 to Grace, which is crazy because the first time I pulled Grace, I had lost the 50-50 on Jane's banner, and then I pulled Jane on the same summon. I had lost the 50-50 and had Grace because it showed me 2 S ranks, and I'm like, oh man, I got 2 copies of Jane, or at the least I got 1 copy of Jane. So I'm thinking, I won the 50-50. Nope. First one was first one was on Grace. I'm like, so 1 copy of Jane. It is what it is. But that's just the insane luck of Zenless on 0. But now I'm on the back burner because I have all the characters I like, but I haven't played with Hugo enough to care, but he seems like a fun character. He seems pretty good. He's probably busted. Evelyn, I I don't like Evelyn. Like nothing Evelyn is doing is nothing Evelyn is doing is just enough for me to care. Like it's like there's no point in me just that I could justify using her over like lighter or something like that. And that's how I kind of judge these characters. Since like when Chingy came out, I was like, all right, who would I use over Chingy? When Lighter came out, he became that bar. Like, and I don't know, tier list might say some of these characters are better. I don't fucking know. I don't care. It is what it is. But like, tier list might say some of those characters are better. But for me, the best characters for me to use in the game is Miyabi, Astra, Miyabi, Vivian, Lighter, Bernice, then to go. That's it. Like Jane is just not fun to use. Like she was never fun to use for me. It was just that she decimated everything. That's just I think I said that in the first video. She was not fun for me. You just decimate through content with her because yeah, I mean the enemies really couldn't handle what Anomaly was putting on. But they had to tighten up once this monster came out. And she came out and they still haven't tightened up for her. Like I said, this demon exists. Like this character should not exist in my opinion, because I mean she's basically her and Astra are just 2 free slots that don't get hit. And Miyabi's good enough, even with her shitty defense I got for like 951 is awful, but and her HP is terrible too. Like even with all that, like Miyabi doesn't care. She's not getting hit. You get hit with Miyabi, it's more so a problem with you because it's kind of hard to get hit with a lot of characters in these games, except for the characters like this character who wants to really get up close. Miyabi can be a step or two far away. Bernice Bernice can get in close. She only wants to get in close for one of her attacks, really. And on top of that, the only other thing she wants to get in close on, she gets the auto switch on, which she still has that invulnerable state. Chin Yu gets more distance than you expect, and these characters don't exist. Trigger doesn't need to be anywhere near you, but when she does get near you, she still has the means to get the hell out of the way. Like that's why I don't like Jane. Like, and I had a problem with that when I pulled Jane. It was just she was good enough to blitz through content, and then this dude he wants to get in close, but the good thing about Lighter is shit he can start getting he cooks more when he dodges. So it like you don't feel like you're getting punished for playing with Lighter. That's why he's my third. He's my third one. My fourth, third, fourth best favorite character. In my opinion, third, fourth best character on my account. Like even with these stats looking awful. So, like I said, I see people complain. That's why I don't really watch the creative videos like that and stuff like no more. Because I see people complaining like, oh, I can't beat this event, bro. I ain't spent a dime on this game. And my character roles suck. Don't look at Lycon. Like the standard characters, don't look at them. I don't think I have the cone and stuff on them. But like I haven't spent a dime on this game, and my character stats are awful. Look at that, 276 anomaly. Not even 210 on the mastery. Trash. Like, like I can critique it because that's what it is. Like 600 attack, trash. Like defense, trash. Jane has more defense than her because her attack sucks. But even if Jane was optimal, it wouldn't matter. I had super optimal Jane, and yeah, like I said, she's just not fun to use to me. But like all these characters, terrible. Like she don't look at her because she has like a level one weapon on her. Because I took her weapon off when I officially started to use lighter over her. Like she got demoted, but she's still my favorite character in the game, character wise. So that's cool. Um, but age, yeah, trash. Look at that. Like 340 and proficiency would be respectable. 326 trash, terrible, like awful. Like me, I'd be the same. 2500 attack, awful. Defense, none to speak of, but it doesn't matter because she's not gonna get hit. Like a lot of it. Look at 900 defense for Bernice. Like she must have pretty decent defense when she gets out there. But that makes sense though because that's kind of how I built Chingy. Because like I said, some of her stuff is unsafe too, but she still has the auto die, so she doesn't care. But it is what it is. And like these stats are terrible, but it doesn't matter because the game is so easy and has no real content that you can just decimate through all the content with some of the worst rolls you can possibly get. How's Clay at 177? Unless she has this thing, y'all. All right. Yeah, she's awful. She's looking awful too. Like kind of I switch on and off with gear. Like you see, I was grinding some stuff for him, and I still don't like it. Like, can I find some of these gear that have like the exact same stat? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it because I a lot of my gear is gone. Like because I wanted gear that did specifically what I want, but I couldn't find like that's how bad it is for me. Like, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, because the game doesn't care. Look at this Chin. He has like crit rate and crit damage for reasons I don't even know. And she has 88% crit damage. I don't know why. Like, and like I said, like it doesn't matter. Like the game, the game is just too easy. Like they, they really have to step their game up next year because like I can really just put all that in the penetration, I guess. But yeah, they got to step this shit up, man, because like this ain't good, man. Look at this, all this stuff. No, no anomaly shit. Crit rate, crit damn. But yeah, and I have to grind.